Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Total Extreme Wrestling playthrough of WWE. It is 2010 and we are ready to do the Bad Blood pay-per-view. And that means we are only 1 month away from Wrestlemania. The road to Wrestlemania is truly happening and we are getting ready to finally have the big show, which hopefully is our best to date. Of course, this is another TW stream, so welcome to everybody who is in the stream watching here today. And if you haven't been able to check out the streams, that's okay. You can always check it out on the replay afterwards. So I would appreciate if you can leave a like on this episode and tell a friend about our series. But with that being said, let's get into today's episode. Now, obviously, last time we left, we had the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, and then we had 1 week in between. I've actually gone ahead and done those shows, and I've done those off the stream, obviously. So those shows went down pretty well, so I'll show the results of those. But I've also gone ahead and made a couple signings. Now, these aren't any major names, but some signings that I'll need some help and assistance from you guys. So we'll get into that in a moment's time. So we had the Elimination Chamber, which was a 85 rated pay-per-view. Undertaker kept his world title by beating Batista. Randy Orton won the Elimination Chamber match and officially became the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, and he will take on the Undertaker at WrestleMania. That was the major talking points. Total Extreme Bravin says, don't forget about the Money in the Bank winner when they cash in if they haven't already. Let's have a look. Do we have a Money in the Bank? I don't think we have a Money in the Bank winner. CM Punk has it, apparently. 2009, he would have cashed in by then, surely. Sometime in 2009. So I don't think we have to worry about the Money in the Bank. Yeah. Do we have a, 2 Money in the Bank, so like a Raw and Smackdown one? No, not yet. Okay. That's fine. I don't really want a Raw and Smackdown one yet anyways. Is the thumbnail Fortnite? That shouldn't be the case. I changed that, but I'll fix that. Okay, so let's get into it. So, oh yeah, what was I doing? Showing the history. So, just some more results. So, Raw 91 rated show featured DX versus Straight Edge Society, and that was Joey Mercury and Luke Gallows. Somehow, Luke Gallows and Joey Mercury pulled off a 91 rated match. Not because of them or because of DX. DX absolutely carried them big time. So, yeah, DX have proven that they can carry anybody. So, yes, they carry those two guys to 91. R-Truth beat Tyson Kidd just for another win to get him ready for the pay-per-view. Same with Sheamus beating Yoshitatsu. Maurice and Natalya beat the Bella Twins. And, yeah, and we started the show. The start of the show was Straight Edge Society brawling with DX and Cena. So an all-out 6-man brawl. The music's too loud? Alright. Okay, so we had ECW as well. 81 rated show. We started things off with MVP hosting the VIP lounge with the 4 world title participants in that one. So Kane, Christian, Mark Henry, and Kofi Kingston. We have some good news about ECW. We'll get to that in a minute as well. World's Greatest Tag Team, Benjamin and Haas beat Daniel Bryan and Prince Devitt. And I'll tell you what, I think Shelton Benjamin had a 100 rated performance in that match. That's how good he was. That was unbelievable how good he was. So, absolutely, World's Greatest Tag Team needs to stay, and we need to do more with it, because if he is putting up those types of numbers, that's incredible. Absolutely insane. So, we'll definitely be keeping that. Is the music too loud now, or is it okay? Because I'm trying to avoid copyright with the music. ECW sucks. Well, look, you know, it does suck in a way, but we're trying my best to turn it around. So, as well as that, we had Homicide beat Tajiri in a, I want to say it was a hardcore match. I think it was. Afterwards, Dreamer and Homicide brawled. So it will be Homicide and Tommy Dreamer for the Hardcore Championship. Next week is our ECW special. So after Bad Blood, we're going to have the ECW special. And then we had Airboom. They made their tag debut. And they beat the world's strongest tag team. We've got the world's greatest tag team. And we have the world's strongest tag team. So Mark Henry and MVP lost to Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston. But then they got some revenge afterwards, beating them down. Okay, so moving along, we had Smackdown, where we had Gail Kim beat Serena in the pre-show. I wanted to see how Serena goes and where she's at, if she's ready for the main roster. I think she had about a 38 rated performance, so she's probably not ready yet. I don't know, so it's disappointing. Kelly beat Michelle McCool, which was an interesting decision because Michelle McCool has far greater popularity than Kelly. But I gave Kelly the win because Michelle McCool will be leaving soon for maternity leave. So that'll be, 9 months that she's out of action for. So I figured we may as well have her put over some of the other girls, and hopefully that when she does return, these other girls can kind of return the favor and lift Michelle McCool back up again. Brian Kendrick beat Cesaro, Matt Hardy beat Chavo, Batista and Edge beat John Morrison and Rey Mysterio. And the interesting thing about this match is that Batista and Edge have excellent chemistry together as a tag team. Excellent chemistry, which is really surprising. So if you wanted to have a high-level tag team, you could go with that. Batista and Edge absolutely would be a great tag team by the sounds of it. Not sure who they would come up against. I mean, if you ever brought Kane to SmackDown, Batista and Edge versus the Brothers of Destruction would be pretty cool. So something there. Alright, so we did make a couple sightings, and we'll get into that in a moment's time. So let's take a look. Let's go to our recent news. Okay, so Ember Moon, aka Athena, she is now in developmental, so I decided to sign her. I saw her pop up, so I figured, why not? She wasn't really doing a lot, so might as well get her in developmental now and start getting her better. And Nora Greenwald, aka Molly Holly. Yes, I actually signed Molly Holly. Reason being, she's only 32, so she still can go. So she still is quite decent. And there's not a lot of great women's wrestlers out there right now. Certainly not any with any popularity. And Molly Holly's got a little bit of popularity, so that will help her. So I figured, okay, I'll sign her. I'll bring her in and see how she goes. And also, it gives us a bit of a veteran role in the women's division. Right now, we kind of don't have much of that. So, something now, we needed another woman to come in. And I was looking at Serena to bring her up. But as we saw, she's probably not ready yet. So hopefully Molly Holly is okay. And she can perform at a decent level. So we can bring her in. I think at the moment, I've got her probably going to SmackDown. Jessie McKay, aka Billie Kay. I figured, why not? I'll bring her in as well. She was not doing a hell of a lot. She was working in Shimmer, so I figured, I'll pluck her out of there. I'll put her in my developmental. And we don't have a lot of women in my developmental, so I needed a couple more as well. I don't care about this series so far. Well, then stop watching. See you later. Also, Ivory. Yes, she's 48. I've brought her in. Ivory. Now, here's what I want to do. I want to have a women's stable of some sorts. So I looked at my women's division and I figured, what are we missing? We don't have a strong women's stable of some sorts. So I figured, let's get a veteran who has 63 mic skills, 70 charisma, not so bad. Let's bring her in and let's have her be a mentor, be a manager, and she can even still wrestle a little bit as well if we needed her to. I don't know how well she would go, but she can go in and do something. So I'm going to bring her in. We need to find her at least 2 women to put around her and form a women's stable. So that's the question. Now, I don't know who. I couldn't really come up with any, unless you wanted to add in an existing tag team or something like that and put them together, like, you know, the Divas of Doom, for example. But I was also thinking maybe let's look at developmental and see if we can bring up a couple new ones. So that's the plan. I want to add a women's stable, and I need you guys to help me decide who's it going to be. We brought back Shane McMahon. His contract expired. Vince McMahon obviously not happy about bringing Shane back, but I ignored Vince's request. We brought back Shane. I want to use him as an authority figure on Smackdown. And Jamie Noble, we decided to keep him around because his performances in the ring have been actually really good. So we'll keep him. So yeah, we've made a few signings. We've done a few little different things in recent times. So just to make sure we you know, keep the roster fresh, and we did need to plug a few little gaps in the roster. Look at our females, and you can see we've got a few down here. So let's take a look if there's any that would suit this stable. Gary Gibbs said Katie Lee and someone from developmental. I agree in Katie Lee. That's actually a good shout. I think we've actually done a little bit of Katie Lee. We are pushing her at the moment. So Katie Lee would be a good shout. But let's find someone in developmental. So AJ Lee. AJ Lee, not too far away. She's certainly improved. Angelina is not currently developing because she's already basically ready to go to the main roster now. So she's the closest right now to the call-up. So she's probably one person you'll put in the hat. You know, she's in the list of candidates, so she's a definite list of a possible candidate. Asuka, well, she's not currently developing either, so she's a possibility, but I kind of would like to keep her on her own. I don't think she would really suit the stable. Athena, we just brought her in. Becky Lynch, again, she's not developing either because she's already fully, you know, she doesn't need any more developing. So again, she has got pretty good stats, so she would be okay. Can we get Velvet Sky? I don't think so. Brooke, I'd like to keep her in developmental because her stats aren't great, and I'd like to get as much as I can out of her. So we'll keep her there. Emma, probably the same. Still way too soon for her. Jess McKay just brought her in. Maxine, again, still too soon for her. Naomi, yeah, probably the same. These girls are all kind of rookies, already just starting out. Paige, 19, but hasn't got that many different things to improve on. So she could be an option. So I guess I could put her on the shortlist, but not sure. I guess if you put her with Katie Lee, that would kind of work. I mean, a bit of a similar look in a way. Serena, as we said, she'll probably go to the Straight Edge Society. Tamina is a rookie. I think her age is still wrong. I think she's way older than that. So, yeah, she's a rookie. Stats are okay, nothing special. And Taryn Terrell, yeah, so she probably needs a bit more developing as well, but she's got popularity behind her. So if you wanted to, you could try and force her to come up, and you have her with Angelina with the two blondes, and have that. You know, that could kind of work. Taryn Terrell has decent mic skills as well. Angelina has even better mic skills, so they both probably don't even need Ivory to speak for them. But yeah, so there's your kind of options. So I suppose Angelina, Taryn Terrell. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe Paige. Not a lot. Not a lot. Maybe get Amazing Kong. She's available. She is available if we wanted to sign her away from TNA because she's on a pay-per-appearance deal. But I've left her there because I don't really want to do that too much. If I just kind of think if they're on a paper appearance, they're with TNA and not available. That's kind of how I'm viewing it at the moment. So I'll have a look at our women and see who we can utilize in this. So we got Alicia Fox, Beth Phoenix, the Bellas, Eve Torres, Gal Kim. There's Ivory. So Jillian, Katie Lee, I think would be a good fit. I can see that. Katie Lee's actually got pretty good mic skills on her own. Probably doesn't need it, but wouldn't be a bad shout. We've been pushing Katie Lee, so she's got 58 popularity now. I think she started at 56, so we've given her a bit of a push-up, and she's really earned it. I think she's one of our better women right now, so we're definitely trying to utilize her. I would recommend changing Athena and Jesse's name so you don't forget later. I won't forget, I'll just do that another time. Paige needs it more than Love. I think Paige and Katie Lee would be a decent fit together. I think, you know, wouldn't be the worst idea. Call up Angelina and do the beautiful people with someone. If you wanted to do that, I mean, you could do that with a Kelly if you wanted to make it face, but it's more of a heel role, isn't it? So, even a Maria. I mean, there's plenty of names you could do it with. So yeah, we've got Molly Holly currently putting her on Smackdown. And yeah, that's kind of all we've kind of got there. So, not a lot of names to really choose from for this group. That's the thing. That's why I wanted to make this group, to make an opportunity and do something different. So, I like the idea of Katie Lee. I just need to find someone to be alongside of her. Love, Sky, Maurice, they're beautiful people. I can't get Velvet Sky. What's Velvet Sky's name? I forget. Quick look. TNA. Yeah, she's under a written deal. I can't get her. So she's not available, guys. Ivory, Molly, and Gail. It probably would be a heel stable, and Molly Holly. I actually know she's a better heel, isn't she? Not a bad idea. Can you get Charlotte? No, she's not in the game yet. Love and Maurice would work well together. I think they've both got that some kind of gimmick. Yeah, that would work. That is true. The thing about that is, though, is Maurice is doing really well already on her own. So I kind of create this stable as a way to get two women who kind of need the extra assistance, who are not really doing a lot. Maurice is kind of already in the title hunt, doing really well. So I don't kind of want to mess that one up. Get Reed Flair? No. You could get Abyss. I can't get Abyss. Did I try and extend Bourne's deal? No. Oh, shit. Okay. Thanks for reminding me. So what I actually did as well is I reset the owner goals. So we had ridiculous owner goals. Vince gave us goals that basically just handicapped us in every single way. I figured out how to reset it. Someone in my comments from last video told me how, so I appreciate that. So we went ahead and changed them. So here's the new goals. So when the time expires, WWE must have at least as much popularity in America as it did when a goal was set. We could probably do that. Joy Mercury must have reached at least 53 overall popularity. We're probably going to make that happen. Evan Bourne must have reached at least 77, so we need to give Evan Bourne a pretty big push to get to 77. Cena must be kept above 89. That will be very easy to do. Can't hire or extend any contract of a wrestler with less than 53 in safety. I agree on that one anyways. Can't hire or extend the contract of any wrestler who has less than 53 in toughness. And you can't hire any spot monkeys. So, and that one lasts the longest. Over 2 years, we can't hire any spot monkeys. I don't really think we would hire any spot monkeys anyways. So we do definitely need to push Heaven Bourne, that's for sure. So yes. Maurice and Angelina seem like a good team. Yeah, I do agree. I don't know. We need to put someone with Ivory. Paige already ditched in skill. Why is putting her in this would just help her become more popular? Yes, I agree. So, if we went with Paige and Katie Lee, with Ivory as the mentor, the manager, would that work? Is that okay? Because Katie Lee is pretty damn good already. Yeah, definitely can get better, but she's pretty good. If she worked with a young Paige, get Paige over, get her career started early, might not be such a bad idea. She's 19, which is still very young, but she's obviously had 5 years in the business, so she's got pretty decent stats already. Her match history, averaging 41, which isn't so bad. That's not horrible. Ivory, Molly, and Gal, because it would be like they're taking the division back. True. You can have the veterans come in. True. Evan Bourne could be put, if pushed, could make the tag division great. Yes. So Evan and Kofi will be definitely working well as a tag team. Katie Lee has a relationship with Angelina as a tag. Is that true? Winter and Angelina. Yeah, you're not wrong. So they've already got that tag team established. Let's have a look at how much experience that team has. Incomplete teams. 55 already. Wow. Okay, so well, that's obviously formed in TNA. I would assume in 2010. So they've kind of already pre-added that in. But that's, we can take advantage of that if we want to. Why not? I mean, that's just something you would want to do. So 55 already. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we could go with that. We could go with that and form that team. Angelina's ready now to move up. So you could bring her up, be alongside Katie Lee, and then have Ivory, kind of in control of it all, or kind of, I don't know, doing something there. Ivory probably won't end up doing a lot, just to be in the background, just to give us something to do, just have a bit of a group. And you could always add in someone else down the line as well if you wanted to. So what do you guys think? Angelina and Katie Lee, that's okay. Just read some of these other comments as well. I feel like we need to push towards building new stars. Definitely, we do need to do that. Angelina, only 28, so she's still got plenty of time and would be a new star being created, I guess, if we did get her there. It would probably be the closest out of any of the developmental girls to the main roster. She'd be the most ready. Ivory Morrison manager. She's absolutely going to be manager. She might have a couple matches just to see how she goes. And if she's any good, yeah, we could use her. She's only got 30 popularity. She's not going to be doing a lot. All right, so it's settled. Angelina, Love, and Katie Lee. So we're going to do it. Let's do it. So we'll bring her up. Now, I don't know if we'll bring her in now or do we wait after WrestleMania. I mean, we are... Katie Lee is in contention right now for the championship. So we could obviously bring that in and set that up now. Do we have a name for the stable? I don't know yet. Need name. That's my placeholder name right now. So Ivory, Katie Lee, and Angelina. Maybe debut it at WrestleMania. That could be not a bad idea. Debut at WrestleMania and help Katie Lee win the title. That's quite a lovely team. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's good. Should I give her the Love name as well? Angelina Love. May as well. And then we'll add this team in. So Angelina and Katie Lee. Winter. Oh well. I guess you could almost make it called Lovely. Screw it. I'm gonna make that. I'm stealing that. Lovely. So I feel like you need to bring up Paige for some matches on the main roster so you can start to build some pop. Well, the thing is, Paige probably isn't 100% ready to move up yet, but you can bring her in to see how she goes. And you're probably right. She probably should have a match on Smackdown or Raw or something and just take a loss and get beaten. But to get us some popularity, yeah, it wouldn't be the worst idea to do, so definitely. The KIA, Katie, yeah, it's not too bad, yeah. Call them beautiful people, why not? Katie Lee's gimmick wouldn't suit it. How's AJ Lee's pop? I believe she's got a bit of popularity. She's got 36, so pretty good. Because she was already on the main roster when we started the series. We put her back down. I don't think she should have been. Actually, was she on the main roster? She might not have been. Maybe that was my 2012 series I'm mixing up. But, oh yeah, so before we get into our pay-per-view, I just wanted to show you how good our ECW guys are going. So, we've obviously had a bit of a rough time with ECW right now, but we've come pretty good. And I say that because our guys are starting to get some popularity. So Carlito, for example, up to 63 now. He started with 60, so that's a decent little jump in popularity for him. Christian, I think it was 77. He's now 81. Daniel Bryan, obviously, bumped a bit up. Everborn, he's probably the one guy who hasn't quite got anywhere yet, but now we've got Air Boom going. Let's hope that it will change. Homicide's up to 50 now. Kane as well. So I think Kane probably has dropped in popularity. So he started at 83, but he went down to 80 because we had him lose a couple of times, but we've got him back to 81, 82. Kofi, he's doing really, really well. So I think he started at 82. Yep, 82, and he's jumped to 84, 83, which is excellent. And Mark Henry up to 78, 79. I think he started at 76 or something. MVP's bumped up a little bit. So, basically everyone who's been involved in this Fatal 4-Way World Title feud has really seen a nice surge in popularity, which is great. So we're having a successful feud right now in ECW with this World Championship. Our main four guys are bumping up in popularity. We're having good segments. We're doing well consistently, and they're gaining that popularity that they need badly. So that's fantastic. So ECW is having some decent success. ECW roster is still a little thin. Absolutely still a little bit thin. But we are still considered a minor show. And we will try and bring in some more guys. We're just obviously waiting for more developmental guys to get better and get ready to go to the main roster. So that's the plan right now. Okay, so ECW, like I said, going really well. I just want to look with Low Key as well. Low Key, probably the next, name coming through, getting that good push, mid-50s at the moment, so he's doing quite well. So ECW is on track. Will ECW get more titles like the TV and tag title? I don't know about tag team for right now. Our tag division's still a bit thin. ECW has 4 teams, which is nearly better than Raw and Smackdown, to be honest. So 4 teams right now, which is good. 5 if you want to add in Sabu and Tommy Dreamer as well. So 5 teams. That's not too bad. So if anyone warranted a tag titles, it would be ECW right now. We still have the Unified Tag Championships. I don't personally like that. I've never been a fan of the Unified Tag titles for a brand split. So one day I would like to split them up, but for right now, it's not a good idea to split those tag titles because our tag division is absolutely abysmal. So for right now, you would keep the Unified Tag titles and have the tag champs just jump from brand to brand to brand depending on the challenges coming through. Can I get Rosemary? I don't even think she's in the game. If you bring someone like a veteran to feud with Christian, make some good matches. Yeah, we've done that kind of with Kane already. I think Dreamer should hold the Hardcore title. That is the plan. He will be holding the Hardcore title first. But then I think Homicide will have a pretty long title reign with it. I was thinking of maybe having Homicide run with a gimmick called King of Hardcore or something like that. That's just an idea that popped in my head the other day. The King of Hardcore, after he beats Tommy Dreamer, he beats Sabu, he beats the hardcore legends of ECW and brags about it, and then you bring someone else up, maybe someone new or someone already on the roster to beat Homicide and gets that big win over him at some point. Is Caitlyn in the game yet? I don't think so. Couldn't be too far away though. Do you think Swagger could interrupt the Booker T and Sheamus match and make it the US title a 5-man match? The US title match at WrestleMania will be a 6-man match. It's going to be... We'll get to it in a moment. It's going to be Miz, Truth, Booker, Sheamus, Swagger, and most likely Seth Rollins. Alright, so we have Bad Blood, so let's get booking this show. Alright, let's put that there so I can see. Okay. Once Jericho... Maybe move Jericho to ECW once he loses the title? Yeah, possibly. That's a big call, though. Do I have Austin Creed in developmental? No, he's in TNA, I believe. Have Foley in ECW? He's in TNA. Okay, so first up, we have... let's have a look. So our main event is our Hell in a Cell match. So I guess we could open the show with R-Truth and The Miz. They did really well in that match that they had not long ago, 89 or something, so that would be a strong opener. Our Raw pay-per-view is going to be a bit weak, actually, in comparison to maybe Smackdown. So there's a chance that some of our matches will get a bit of extra time. So R-Truth gets the win. Miz gets the win, over R-Truth. Sheamus cuts a promo Booker T. Speaking of Sheamus, his popularity is doing quite well as well. He's up to 79, 78-ish. Very close to getting to 80, which would certainly put him back in that world title hunt and in the main event picture, which would be excellent. Whether you like Sheamus or not, we kind of need that right now. So we've got Jericho. We might as well put them on the card, I suppose. Have them defend the tag titles, even if it is against... Well, our only option is really Crime Time, isn't it? So we could maybe have Chris Jericho and the Big Show just on the card, defended against David Hart Smith and Tyson Kidd. Why not? I just had a look at this pay-per-view and realized we're going to have a lot of extra time, so we may as well utilize that time, put the title on the line, and do something there. We will be using Jericho later on and to set up our DX versus Jericho match at WrestleMania. What else have we got? So we got Melina can cut a promo on Maurice. Now, I'm kind of tempted maybe to give the championship to Maurice, but Melina's done a pretty good job. Maybe we save the championship change to... change that title change to WrestleMania. Save it for then. Because I always feel as though there's no point doing a title change the pay-per-view before WrestleMania. You might as well just wait till WrestleMania, do it on the big show. Thought Dynasty were faces that were currently turning them. We could go and do the turn. Let's utilize this as a decent time to make this turn happen. So the tag team we just wanted celebrating. What about we need beatdown 2-on-2. So the losers jump the winners and beat them down. No, that still won't turn them to face. So we need a face turn. Face turn. Need something to turn these guys face. How do you get the letter and number ratings? You go under your options. user preferences. So we need like a post-match attack or something like that. Post-match attack, belt shot. After match, tag champs sneak up on Team 2, knocks them out with the shots to the head with their title belts, raise their arms, pure arrogance. There you go. That'll do. Big Show, Jericho, David Hart. So they already won the match, and they just add insult to injury by whacking them in the face. Alright, that will be fine. So then we might go ahead and do our women's match. So do we give Maurice the belt? I think Maurice does deserve a title run, but maybe we'll save that. Maybe we'll make this like a Maurice will win by countout or something to set up for a rematch at Mania. So countout win. So she doesn't win the title, but we set up for a rematch. I saw Angelina's face when she got called up. Yeah, I'll fix that, don't worry. She's not debuting on this pay-per-view, so it's okay. It'll be a while before she debuts. Have Natalya intervene? Well, yes, that's a good idea, actually. Yeah, so scrap all this crap that I did. That's a much better idea. So, maybe we'll have Melina win, but she wins because of a DQ, and Natalya interferes and attacks Melina. So then you kind of create some tension and maybe force a three-way for WrestleMania, which may as well use Natalya in some way. We also have, so we have this US title thing going on. So Seth Rollins versus Knox is kind of like the match we're going with here. Rollins wants to work without a script. Is he good enough? Oof. I don't know, Seth. Alright, I'll back him. I reckon he can. It'll probably be a disaster, but I'll hope that he can get it done. So Knox, Seth Rollins. I'm going to give Seth the win. Now, even though Knox has got 61 pop, probably not a good idea to sacrifice him. Obviously, we kind of want to push Seth pretty good. So, let's hope it won't hurt Knox too much. But, at the end of the day, Seth's more important to me. Did we sign Lita? No, we couldn't get Lita. Because nobody likes her. Everyone hates her on the roster. Let's have Shawn Michaels and Triple H cut a promo on CM Punk, Luke Gallows. Now, speaking of Luke Gallows, popularity now to 65, 64. When he started at 60, so that's a pretty good jump. So association, even if you're losing, just being associated with top guys is a great way to get you guys over. So if you're looking, how can I get some new talent over? That's how you do it. Mix them in with your top tier names. We have Booker T and Sheamus. So we might even run a little hype video for this because we've got so much extra time on this pay-per-view. This pay-per-view is really just a one-match pay-per-view, isn't it? A bit poor from me, but I kind of wanted just to sneak this in. I knew it wasn't going to be anything special, but I just wanted to sneak this in before WrestleMania. So we can give these guys some time. So Booker T and Sheamus. Sheamus will get the victory, obviously. Booker T, 44, probably shouldn't be beating a 32-year-old Sheamus. So that'd be a bad idea if we did that. So we can maybe put a stable promo in or some kind of hype promo. Interview. Hyper 3v3, yep, okay, so the Straight Edge Society can do that. And John Cena. Joey Mercury doesn't want a script. So CM Punk is happy to work with the script, but Joey Mercury's not. Is Raven with Straight Edge Society? No, but we probably needed him to make his debut here today. Now, that would kind of mean CM Punk has to win. I was kind of going to have Cena and DX win. I don't know. How's this going to go? Okay. 6-man Hell in a Cell. Here we go. CM Punk, Luke Gallows, Joey Mercury, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, John Cena. So this will be a long match, at least 30 minutes. Raven should intervene in the Bad Blood 6-man tag to help Straight Society win. Well, yes. Let's hope that... I don't know if Triple H will allow that to happen. If I keep them strong, which will sacrifice a bit of match quality, it will work out okay. So... interfere. How's he going to get in Hell in a Cell, though? He's going to have to just break through, or maybe he comes under the ring, or who knows. God. Distraction, Raven. And we'll make Triple H take the pin. Yeah, creative control. That doesn't work for me, mate. As Hogan would say, doesn't work for me, brother. So... who will take the pin? I guess Shawn Michaels can take the pin. So make Michaels distracted by Raven instead. Oh, we need that as the finish. Furious. Yeah, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if it'll be a good time. I kind of want DX to win. It'd be too much of a stretch to have Straight Society win. It's a one-man team. So, I'll give DX to win. I'll give Cena the win. And have Joey Mercury take the pin. Yes, I wanted to debut Raven. But I don't think it's a good time. It just can't really happen without real... you know, they're going to be really pissed off. And we don't want to piss our top guys off. So there you go. Have Punk pin Cena. I don't want Cena to lose either, because I don't want him to lose that popularity before WrestleMania on a throwaway pay-per-view. So afterwards I want to have Jericho come in and beat the crap out of DX. Because obviously DX, you know, have been wanting the tag titles, been one of the most impressive teams. So I'm going to have them get beat up and then start that feud. Shawn Michaels and Triple H. How do we get Raven involved? Do we do it like another angle and have Raven attack Cena or something? I don't know. Raven can attack after the match, maybe. We do 2 attacks afterwards, though. That'd be a bit crazy. Just give them a bonus. Well, Triple H is going to probably block it anyways because he's got creative control. Have Raven debut on Raw as the savior for Straight Society, put them back on track. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Yeah. So Straight Society should be winning. You know, yes, CM Punk is #1 contender. He's a Raw winner. But he's got a pretty poor group behind him. So maybe he goes on Raw and says, look, I need more help. My team didn't get it done. But I found an answer. I found the missing link. I found exactly what we need. Brings out a Raven and starts that. So, yeah. And then you can have that interaction with Cena and whatever and go with there. So, I think we'll go with something like that. We still have 17 minutes to do. Replace Joey with Raven. No, I don't want to replace Joey because I just brought him in for a reason. I want to keep him, but definitely want to have... you know, Raven's going to be more as a manager. I definitely want to have Joey Mercury in the group because I want to utilize him and get him some popularity. But yeah, I might have Swagger have a match, and we have Nakamura, so we might just give Nakamura a match just to boost up his popularity again. And we'll have Swagger beat Nakamura. Yes, I know, Swagger's going to beat Nakamura. And that will give us an excuse as to why Swagger is in the US title picture again. And that will fill up all our pay-per-view time. Could have a full scan Emo match instead of a Hell in a Cell and Jericho cost DX the match. I don't want DX to lose. Just book 2 guys you think could have a good match for 70 minutes. Yep, that's what we did. After match, Jericho brawling to back and Cena in the ring. DX and Jericho brawling to the back, then Cena is in the ring. The lights go off and Raven busts Cena in the head. Yeah, that could work. Yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah, I don't mind that. Or, as Matthew Stinnett is saying, have Raven debut on... Actually, no. Wrong person. Nardi Got Game said, have Raven distract Cena at WrestleMania. What you could do is you could have promos leading into WrestleMania saying Punk has found his savior. CM Punk has found the missing link, has found exactly what he needs. He's found something. And then at WrestleMania, you have Raven debut and distract Cena, and interfere and cost Cena the match at WrestleMania. CM Punk wins the championship, and then you go from there. So you have promos leading into WrestleMania, and CM Punk can talk about how he's found that missing link, he's found what he needs, and you go from there. So I kind of like that. So we might do something along those lines. Alright. Should we have any pre-show stuff? We could probably have a couple more women on the pre-show. We'll have Brie Bella have a match against Jillian Hall. Because I also don't want to get penalised for not having enough women on the show. How many streams will it take to get to Mania? We will get very close to Mania this stream. Probably next stream will be WrestleMania. Alright, let's do it. So, Brie and Jillian, 55, as expected. Truth and Miz, 82. So, not as good as their other match, but still solid. R-Truth, probably the downfall of the match, 68. So, he's not at his best. Miz, 83, which is good. Sheamus promo, 84. Jericho and the Hart Dynasty, 81. Good match. Yep, good match. Would definitely be a good feud down the line when we do turn Hart Dynasty face, which we are about to do right now. So, complete the turn. Went pretty well, and below average. The gimmick below average, but the turn went pretty well. So, that's okay. That's okay. Swagger and Nakamura, 77. Not bad for a thrown together match. Nakamura, 56. Swagger, 77. So, Jack Swagger putting in a good performance. Melina promo, 80. Melina and Maurice, 76. They have pretty good chemistry. That's good to know. 72 for Melina, 68 for Maurice. Okay, so obviously Natty ran in and it was a DQ finish. Will The Miz drop the title at Mania? Maybe just to spice it up a little bit, yeah. We need to do something. Maybe have vignettes for ECW for Raven, making everyone think he's got an ECW. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about giving away the surprise. Like, yes, it's a surprise still that he's actually not going to ECW, but you still mention his name type of deal, so I probably wouldn't go with that. Mike Knox and Seth Rollins, 69. Mike Knox, 63. Rollins, 58. So Rollins nearly gets the same performance as Mike Knox, even though he's far below in popularity, which is why you go with Seth Rollins for that push. DX promo was good, 91. Why is Raven in the company? He's a very good promo. Raven has excellent promo skills, and he's there as a managerial role. 77 for Booker and Sheamus. And that was the hype video. The match itself was 78. So, good match. Sheamus 79, Booker 71. So that's solid. So, they'll both be in the US title match at WrestleMania. Maybe you give the belt to Sheamus. Maybe not such a bad idea. But we just wanted to have that match, just two top-tier names battling it out. And then the Straight Edge Society promo, which is good, 91. So I think now we've got the match, do we? Which will be interesting. So how will this Hell in a Cell go? I don't think it's going to be anything amazing. Maybe it will be. But then again, it is Mercury and Gallows in the match. So how good can it possibly be? Jay, you're turning off the wrong thing. Don't turn off Fog of War. There's another option just underneath Fog of War. I'll show you in a minute. Let's have a look. So, oh, okay, 92 for the Hell in a Cell match when Cena beat Joey Mercury with the STF. So there you go. Mercury 45, Gallows 67, Punk 96, Cena 100, Michaels 99, Triple H 96. It helps when 4 out of 6 of the guys have near perfect performances. So that's why the match is as good as it was. 92. I'm happy with that. I'll take that. Big Match John does it again. He certainly does. Big Match John. Realistically, he's the man right now in that company. If we need a big match, we can just get Cena in there and he will get it done. Apparently, brawl matches don't suit Joe Mercury. Joey, I don't think any match suits you at this point. And then we had the Jericho beatdown afterwards, which was 90 rated, and we kicked off that little feud as well. Jericho just spoils the success of DX there. 89 overall, so not bad. So we'll give Cena some love. I'll also give CM Punk some love because he did have to lose. And we'll keep Triple H happy. I like the old Mercury picture better. Well, he's got the shaved head now, so we have to switch that up. Cena is the carry master, yes. Joey carried the match, yeah, I don't know about that one. Alright, so New Japan have offered a contract to Chris Sabin. Is that a written deal? No, just a touring deal, okay. Fair enough. I'll just check this other one as well for Brother Ray. Yeah, so just touring deals for them, that's fine. Otherwise, I'm going to have to try and get them. Oh, God, TNA, they're going to try. They're going to try and take Matt Sydal from me, alright. God, I'm sick of TNA. Honestly, sick of TNA. Vince is not going to make it easy on me again. I don't want to lose Matt Sydal or Evan Bourne because I just got him. Well, I didn't just get it, but I've just started pushing the guy. Just got this new tag team sorted out, so I'm happy with what we're doing with him. Give Punk the main event he so desperately wanted. Yes, CM Punk will be main eventing WrestleMania with John Cena. Your push will never be lower than mid-carder. Was that going to help? I can't really offer much more because he's not on that upper... Well, he is kind of an upper mid-carder for now, but... Can't say I'm going to keep him there forever. I've just got the hope that he'll stay with me. Otherwise, that's depressing. I think you should bring the Cruiserweight to SmackDown, the Women's to Raw. No, I'm not interested in doing the Cruiserweights at the moment. Ring of Honor have offered Aries a contract extension. I'll keep him in Ring of Honor for a while. I'll take him eventually, but keep him in Ring of Honor for now. Ted DiBiase's contract's ending. Oh, God. This is the worst part, when TNA try and take all my talent. I like Ted DiBiase. I think he's got a bit of a future with me, so I'll try and hang on to him. I personally didn't, really like him much when I watched him on TV, but for this playthrough, I do like Ted DiBiase. Cena and Punk's going to kick ass at WrestleMania. I think it could hit probably 99, maybe even 100. I think it would be that good. Bad Blood got a 2.21 pay-per-view buy rate. There you go, not too bad. Yes, I did just book Bad Blood, so you did just miss it, but we got a 92 for our Hell in a Cell match, which was good. For those who are asking, how do you get the show stats as, rather than numbers as grades? So you just untick this. So that's normally ticked. Just untick that. Boom. And that's under your user preferences under settings. Signed Undisputed Era. Well, here's the deal. Look at Adam Cole. He's 20 years old. 20 years old. Terrible stats. Just starting out. You don't sign him. You won't sign him. He's not going to get... If we did sign him, he'd come in and be a job guy. Simple. He's not ready. Any plans for Dibiase and Wrestlemania? Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? I kind of don't. Their plans will just be to be involved in the Undertaker situation, and they're gonna probably have matches with the Undertaker leading into WrestleMania. But no, I don't. There's no other teams. That's the thing. We don't have any decent teams for them to face. That's the problem. I have some bad blood with Tina. I really do. All this build up for Raven, he just ends up on the drugs again. Wouldn't surprise me at all. I'm sure he probably is, but you know, we've got to try it. We've got to give him a chance. You know, if he actually, we gave him a 5-year deal. Oh God. Well, geez, if he does no good, we're stuck with him. Unless we want to buy his contract out. A drugged up Raven cost Cena the title. Well, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? That's a WrestleMania moment for you there, folks. TNA had the budget at WCW. Wouldn't surprise me if Shane bought them out to piss Vince off again. Yeah. Buy TNA, I can't. Anyone know how to lift a title prestige? Yes, by having good matches. And also, it needs to be set. If it's a lower mid-card title, it's only going to go that far. So if you want the title to be good, it needs to be main event level. Undertaker's taking on Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Maybe do an interpromotional match on the pre-show. Mania, let Ed Boon pull up the upset against Rhodes and Dibiase. Yeah, I don't mind that. Now, we will be doing a bit of a draft after WrestleMania, so you could always do a match where you have an interpromotional match to determine who gets the first draft pick or something like that. We probably will do a big battle royal as well, you know, the regular battle royal for WrestleMania just to get everyone on the card type of deal. Are we breaking the streak at WrestleMania? No. No. Randy Orton will lose. I'm never going to break the streak. Randy will lose, but I tell you what, probably after WrestleMania we might give the belt to him at some point. I don't think there's any point for Undertaker to be champion right now. I don't agree with him being 44 and be the champ. I guess this is probably the last period of his career where he's more active and more full-time, so I guess it is okay, but, you know, I personally would rather someone else as champion. Batista vs. Ray should be a loser leave SmackDown match. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, we are going to do Batista and Ray. We're going to do Edge and John Morrison for the IC. So Batista and Ray, we kind of did a little bit of that not long ago. We're going to pick that back up again. A loser leaves the brand match. Wouldn't be the worst idea. You could send... We could probably send Batista to Raw because you've already done Batista and The Undertaker. So you've kind of already done the biggest match that Batista could do. So that's not a bad idea. Rey Mysterio still has plenty to do on SmackDown. He still has Randy Orton to feud with, Edge to feud with, so, and then some of the upper mid-card guys. So he's got plenty to do still. Whereas Batista's done the big feud with The Undertaker, and the only other guy he can really feud with is Rey Mysterio. So, yeah. What celebrity will I add to the Hall of Fame? There really isn't many celebrities in this game, so probably nobody. Why not put Batista ECW? Well, here's the thing. With ECW, I don't want my biggest names going there. And I say that because I want to have ECW as a place where upper mid-card guys like MVP, Mark Henry, Kofi Kingston, these guys can shine on those shows. If we put Shawn Michaels and Triple H and that on that show, obviously they're going to be the vocal point. They're going to be too big of names, and they're always going to win. Whereas right now with ECW, we look at our roster. We look at our roster and our top names on it. You've got Christian, who's about 80 popularity. You've got Kane, who's about 80 popularity. Kofi Kingston, a little bit higher, 83, 84. Mark Henry, close to 80. So you've got that mix of guys all around that same popularity mark, and they can all mix and work with each other well. If you add in Batista, he's too far ahead. You add in The Undertaker, too far ahead. It just kind of unbalances the roster a little bit. So, and these are all guys that we just mentioned that probably wouldn't get that big opportunity to be world champion on the other brand, but now that they're on ECW, they have that extra time and have that ability to shine. So that's kind of how I want to view ECW. It's not that these guys are lower on the food chain. They are in a way, but they're just as an opportunity for them to get that exposure and shine. And eventually, yes, they'll move along and go to a different brand, but you know, they can have that chance to gain that popularity, and they have been, as we've seen. You know, Christian 77 to 80, 81. So these guys can utilize ECW as a way to get over, and yes, probably move on to go to the other brands to compete against the huge names, but we use ECW as that stepping stone, that platform. But at the same time, we will have ECW be strong and have it be its, you know, stand on its own two legs at the same time. But that's going to take some time to get there, and that's what we're slowly developing. Because right now we're not going to, you know, we're not going to just. If we split up our roster even more, it'd be so hard to sustain 3 good brands. Right now we're just managing to do it, but if we do split that up anymore, it's going to be tough. Edge and Morrison is a weird match, don't you think? No, I think it's a good match. We could do Broken Matt Hardy by sending him to ECW. I think ECW would be the best place to do Broken Matt, yes. Edge and Morrison is an awesome... Yeah, I think so. Give someone else the Hall of Pain gimmick? No, I think Mark Henry is fine with it. Mark Henry and MVP doing well as a tag team. Obviously, MVP is probably my most favorite out of all these guys. So, eventually I'd like to give MVP the major push to get him to the championship. But for now, he's a little bit lower on the other compared to the other guys. So, Christian's right now, he's the champion. But you probably wouldn't mind going with Kofi as the champ because he has the most popularity. But the problem with Kofi is his ring performances haven't been up to scratch. Not currently championship material, which is disappointing. But, you know, we keep developing. Hopefully he'll get there. Call up Del Rio and Barrett. We'll have a few call-ups after WrestleMania, for sure. Del Rio, probably pretty close now. Wade Barrett, yeah, he's probably pretty close. So those two guys probably about ready. So, yeah, they might get the call-up. What's the story behind Morrison and Edge? The IC Championship. Edge has come back, wants to be a champion, missed out on winning the championship at Elimination Chamber, wants to win a title, and John Morrison has a championship that Edge hasn't held for a while, or something. You know, it's easy, just a championship on the line. When it comes to a championship, you don't really need a storyline. It's a championship. Everyone wants to be a champion. IC title's a prestigious title. Morrison has it, Edge wants it. So, simple. Do it. Are we doing Nexus? Guys, Nexus would go down really badly on this game. Like, in real life, you can make it happen, but on TW, Nexus would be... they would have 40 rated matches, Nexus. That's how good it would be. They would be a laughingstock. Gable's about ready, do you think? Yeah, probably. Let's have a look. He's been carrying FCW for a little bit down there. So yeah, I think he's probably even more ready than the others. So probably Gabriel would be a good fit on ECW. Split Jericho at Mania. We will probably split them soon, but yeah, I don't know about Mania. We probably want to do a little bit more DX before we go with the split. Alright, so let's sort a few of these rivalries out. So some of these have now going to end. So this one will end. This one will end. This one will end. So now do we transition this to be CM Punk versus Cena? So that's a WrestleMania one. So we'll take out DX and Jericho. And add in Raven as well. And then we'll add a new one. Better put the capital, otherwise it'll annoy me. Triple H, Shawn Michaels. I think this match will be killer. I've been looking forward to doing this match the entire series. DX vs Jericho, our best teams. Pray that it does it pretty good. I think it could be a 95 rated match, to be honest. Why didn't you sign Goldberg for a Mania match? I don't need Goldberg yet. I think maybe we will soon. Maybe next year. I would like to bring in Goldberg at some point, yes. You should introduce the current IC title at Mania. Yeah, you could. Not a bad idea. Make DX win and Big Show turns on Jericho. Not straight away. You don't have one loss and then turn on your partner. But we could have a rematch and then you go with the turn or something like that. I kind of don't want to turn Jericho face though. Although we do need another top babyface for Smackdown. So if you sent Jericho to Smackdown as a face, oh, he's a much better heel though. The Big Show. Big Show is probably more suited for that role. Big Show, wow, his popularity is really going up. I swear Big Show, he was about 83, now he's 88? Okay, 87? Jeez, alright, fair enough. What's Jericho's then? He must have gone up big time too. Yeah, Jericho's on his way to 90, which is where Jericho needs to be. But that's excellent news. That's really good news. I didn't check all the popularity changes. I will do that in a minute. By the way, this WrestleMania Legends feud, so I've got Hulk Hogan there. You can see I've got Paul Burchill there. So I was thinking, okay, what we could do at WrestleMania is we could reenact the Hogan, Rock, and Austin thing if we wanted to. Or you could do that, or you could have a bunch of legends come out, and Paul Burchill could be our, our punching bag. That was the word I'm looking for. Punching bag, and they can all beat up Paul Burchill and have a little, segment there. But what I was going to do is, in the weeks leading up to WrestleMania, have Paul Burchill just call out some legends and talk some trash about him, and then you get to WrestleMania, and then he confronts them all, and just have them beat the shit out of him. Something fun to do. Simple and fun. Jericho's face rating is really underrating him. I agree. Jericho can do either role just as good, to be honest. So look, we'll fix that. So, performance. I think it's 90. I think he's definitely better heel, but he can play the babyface role very well. The 2012 Heath Slater gimmick. Exactly. Yes. And the reason why I use Paul Burchill is because he's got a little bit of popularity and he's doing absolutely nothing, and there's really no one else I've got to do that role. So, yeah, we can do that. A battle royal for the pre-show winner gets the US title or IC title shot for the show after. Yeah, we can have the winner get a championship opportunity. Absolutely. Next SmackDown, Morrison wins. Edge spears him, says I came back and had plans of being the number one contender for the world title. I fell just short, so it's not time to bring the title to me, bring more prestige. Yeah, that's good. Make the legal nations. Oh God, no. We're not doing that. Okay, so I just want to quickly check some of the popularity swings. So for some of our guys, so Booker T, still 74. Who else had a match? I saw Jericho, that was really good. CM Punk, 94-ish. I think, did he go down? I doubt it. He wouldn't have gone down, but stayed the same. Who else have we got? Reason why I wanted to do Hulk Hogan and the Austin thing. So Hulk Hogan's got 100. Steve Austin's got 100, and The Rock's got 100. So that segment would be magic. Let's just continue on. So Swagger 73, no surprise. Mercury, only, despite having all these great matches, Mercury's only gone to 42, which is a little bit disappointing. You'd think he would get a much better, boost. Cena 98, so he stayed the same. Maurice 66, Melina's jumped to 67. Was she already there? She might have been. I think she was 66 though, so that's good. Didn't sacrifice. Who else have we got? What about Luke Gallows? So Gallows is going up, isn't he? So Mercury went up a little bit. Gallows is going up a little bit, so that's good. Eventually Gallows will get to 70 and he'll be a decent member of our roster. And he can be an okay upper mid-card guy for us, which would be handy. Truth? Wow, this is the... Okay, so this is why R-Truth is not going well. He's losing a lot of popularity. So he's lost to The Miz a few times. And his popularity is gone from... Oh my God, what have we done? 75. He was at 1.76. And somehow he's dropped to 67, 68. What is happening? Oh my God, okay. We need to stop treating R-Truth that bad. Wow, that's really bad. Bring in WCW? No. Can we sign Brett for the Legends match? I was thinking about bringing in Brett. Yeah, it's around about this time he did come back. Man, that's really bad. I'm really bummed about Truth's popularity. We need to get him some wins. Oof. Seth Rollins, he's not nearly 50 now with his victory, so that's good. Mike Knox, I'm sure, has taken a bit of a hit. Yeah, 61 to 57. So I'm sorry, Mike, but it was for the greater good. It was to help out Rollins. Nakamura, he went up a few points just by appearing on the show. That's good. Sheamus with his win nearly in the 80s. So he's got a few there. So it's great news. Sheamus finally getting to that mark, which is where we want him to be. Michael's 97 still. Is that just about it? The Miz. So the Miz didn't really go up. Yeah, he's 80, 81. So he's officially fully in the 80s. But R-Truth went down so much. So much. That's really annoying. That's about it. So that sucks. That really sucks. Truth is off to TNA at this point. Yeah. Shit, yeah, he might actually be. Truth's below average gimmick. You might be right about that, actually. Well, is he... Well, I don't know. I think he's suited to the gimmick. if we change, it's slightly too soon to consider changing his gimmick. So it's a little bit, we can't really change his gimmick again. We might have to do it though. Try and get an average. What can we do though? Crazy is his best. There's not drug addict artist or loose cannon, so there's not really anything there. The other one is cool, but you know, there's not a lot you can really do with there either. Unless you want to try unique. Make him a Hulkamaniac apparently. Yeah, so unique, not a lot really you can do there either. So you kind of, that's why we're struggling to give R-Truth the gimmick. He originally was a rapper, but that gimmick didn't suit him at all apparently, which is annoying. So we made him a dancing fool, which is more like, okay, he just likes to dance around and whatever, which he does. Likes to have fun. But yeah. So what else can we do? Comedy? I don't really want to be a comedy act, but if we have to. Yeah, there you go. Dancing Fool, Disco Star. So this, we already have him big comedy as it is, and that's probably why it's not going well. Treat it as a comedy act. I mean, wholesome. I don't know, man. This is nothing that really suits him. Pair Truth and Miz because they're both opposite ends. Could put R-Truth at ECW. R-Truth is a guy who would flourish in ECW, yes. He probably would be one of our top guys in ECW if we can get him his popularity back up, but he would eventually do really well in ECW. I mean, we could just go with a fun babyface. Fun-loving babyface. That kind of covers R-Truth, doesn't it? Awesome Truth reunion. Have Hogan come on Raw, make a huge announcement for Raw announcing the first annual Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Yeah, I think we probably should do something like that. So, do we bring back Hogan this week, or do we hype up his appearance for next week's show? Or do we have just a straight up surprise? Bang, Hulk Hogan comes out. That'd be pretty cool. Bang, Hulk Hogan pops out. So we'll book another show. We haven't booked enough in this episode. We need to keep moving along. Trish Stratus. Oh, you know what? I've completely forgot to use Trish Stratus. I brought her in for a WrestleMania match, and I haven't got anything set for her. Problem is, both of our champions are babyface, and I kind of wanted to have Trish against maybe Beth Phoenix and Natalya, but Beth Phoenix is still out. I mean, you can still do it. Melina and Trish versus Beth Phoenix and Natalya, or Natalya and Maurice, I don't know. Bobby Heenan should announce it. I don't even know if Bobby Heenan's in it. Give Rollins a manager a feud against Big Star to lose and get popped. Well, he'll be in the US title match, so we need to actually make that. So Seth, The Miz, R-Truth, Jack Swagger, Sheamus, and Booker T. So Rollins won a spot to be in that match, and that'll be a six-man, probably a ladder match, yeah. Six-man ladder match for the US title. Stratus could have a program against Ivory Stable after Mania with Melina. The Ivory Stable will be on Smackdown. So you could have Stratus come in and work with Mickie James and do that? Yes. Hi, Tony Schiavone and Mike Tenay. Mike Tenay's in TNA. Alright, so let's do this Hogan thing. I guess we can... Oh, not Hulk Hogan. Surprise. So Hulk Hogan comes out. And then we can have some of our lower guys try and compete to be in that match. And there we go. So talk, hype, yeah. Then we need to kind of add a Wrestlemania. So we called Andre, yeah, Andre, a giant battle royal. And we'll put the Hulkster in it. Who can we have in the match? I guess, you know, Knox would be a good guy to start with. So just we just have to change this real quick. So we'll just remove Hulk Hogan from that for now, but we'll put Hulk Hogan in this one for now, just to start this segment off. Hogan versus Cena. Maybe next year. Honestly, I wouldn't say no to it. Maybe next year. So we'll give Hogan some time, makes his big return, and has an announcement. He's the host of WrestleMania, and he will be doing the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Maybe Hogan can even be in the match. No. Okay, so let's have a match. R-Truth, let's give him a win. He hasn't had one for a little bit. Let's give him a win against Chris Masters. We need to get his momentum building. I'm so sorry, R-Truth. I did not mean to ruin your popularity. I really didn't. 15 minutes. Yeah, because Hogan comes out, has his entrance for 5 minutes because the crowd are on his, you know, standing ovation to the guy. Has a few tears because he's back. It's been a while since he's been back. And then it takes him 5 minutes to do all that. And then 5 minutes for the actual announcement. So yes, 15 minutes. Hogan versus Cena, Austin versus Punk. Your Austin versus Punk will be on the card, 100%, yes. Hogan and Cena could, yes, that could happen, absolutely. Instead of Rock and Cena. Actually, no, Rock and Cena was the year after, so... maybe The Rock can have his big return after that year. Make the Edgeheads. We already have Hawkins and Ryder, but they're not associated with Edge. We'll have Booker T kind of another promo just on Sheamus to continue that little rivalry and keep that US title rivalry going. Give Nikki Bella a match and she can have a match against Natalya. Natalya can take the win. And afterwards, let's have Melina come out and attack Natalya, getting some revenge after the distraction after the attack from last night at Bad Blood. Rollins versus Sheamus. Okay. We'll give it some time. Seth Rollins has a strong performance but doesn't quite get the win. Sheamus gets the job done but has a strong performance, and we'll put The Miz on commentary. Hogan vs Cena, Rock vs Michaels. Oh yeah, Rock vs Michaels would be pretty sick. Taker vs Goldberg. There's a chance we could get Sting for WrestleMania next year. I think his contract does expire in time, so there's a chance we could get Sting. And if we get Sting, we'll do Sting Taker. And I guess our main event, we could do Big Show and Triple H or something? Or do we give that away? I mean, it is WrestleMania time. We want to have big matches, so Triple H versus the... I guess we haven't covered Cena and Punk, have we? But maybe we... that's okay. We can do that next week. Triple H versus the Big Show. And we'll give Triple H the win, of course. Kind of puts them in contention for the belt as well. So we might have to cut a couple of minutes. Just a few places. Alright, Hogan, you got 1 minute less. I'm sorry, brother. And I might put Eve Torres in a match on the pre-show against Alicia Fox. We need to get some of our lower women going. They've really not doing a lot. We need to get them some popularity badly. Kurt Angle return. Possibly. Brendan, you ain't getting Sting. It wouldn't surprise me if TNA let Sting go because of his age. I could see them doing that. You shouldn't have all these matches at WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. Oh, don't worry, we'll have plenty of big matches for Survivor Series and SummerSlam, no doubt. But all these marquee special matches, you probably want to save for WrestleMania. I mean, some of them you can do at SummerSlam, but for example, Stone Cold's first match in years, that's WrestleMania. Hogan's first match in years. You could do it at SummerSlam, yes, but you'd rather do it at WrestleMania. I think we're pretty much good. Yeah, I didn't cover Cena and Punk, unfortunately, but blame Hogan for that. He took their time slot. He stole their spot, brother. Alright, so Eve vs. Alicia, 53. Hogan's big return, 100. He debuted his Hulkamania gimmick and just got an A average. Wow, Hogan won't be happy about that one. Truth and Masters, 67. Change his gimmick. Fingers crossed it does better. Average, okay, there we go. Better. That's what we want. Booker T, promo, good. Nikki and Natalya, not bad. Natalya 68, Nikki 52. 73 for the beatdown afterwards. Sheamus and Seth Rollins, actually pretty good. 79. Sheamus 79. Rollins 62. So Rollins is getting to that point now where he can hang with some of the top guys. 62 is pretty decent for where he's at. So our hard work with Rollins is starting to pay off a little bit. We're getting him to that point where he can be a good mid-carder. Definitely would love to give him the US Championship at some point. Triple H promo and the match, 86 for the match. Triple H 92, Big Show 86. Not bad. Overall 87, so not obviously huge, but you had Hogan to start, so that's good enough. I'm not doing a Money in the Bank match at Mania, no. We are doing a Money in the Bank pay-per-view. I like the pay-per-view, I don't like the match at Mania. I'd rather the match be a separate pay-per-view. PWG have offered a contract to Sami Zayn. New Japan have offered a contract to Marufuji. Damn, Marufuji's pretty good. He's a good wrestler. TNA. Oh my god, TNA. Can you not? Oh yeah, I forgot. I signed Balls Mahoney. Yeah, I forgot about that. I signed Balls Mahoney to give us a lower guy on ECW. And also, because he is an ECW name, I feel like we need a couple more of those. So he still can go. 37, not terrible. So I got him in to work for ECW. And he can be just basically a low mid-card guy. I actually tried to sign a couple guys, didn't I? Colt Cabana, Tyson Tomko. I saw him doing nothing. I figured, well, let's bring him in, maybe developmental. Steve Corino, offered him a contract because his hardcore is the bet. Like, literally, I looked at trying to sign someone with some hardcore ability. Literally, nobody has any hardcore ability at all in this game. Steve Corino is the best that I could get. So I figured I'll get him in. He could be a lower guy in ECW if he wants to be. And Steve Lewington, I think he was a part of ECW for a minute there. Has 40 popularity, so I figured... Hang on, sorry. Has 40 popularity, so I figured I'll bring him in and he could go to developmental and see how he goes. And if he does succeed, we can bring him in and do some more with him. If not, well, we can let him go. Alright, so... here we go. TNA offering a deal to Ted Dibiase. What are they going to give him? Oh, they're not considering it. Okay, great. They're not considering his offer, so we've got Ted. He's staying with us. Alright, good. That's great news. We're keeping Ted. It's pretty much all there. Thank God about that. Thank God we're keeping Ted, because I'm sick of losing my guys. What else we got? Team Steph versus Team Vince for control of WWE. Nah. Do we want control of WWE? I don't know if I want to do that storyline. Make WrestleMania New Orleans. And have Hogan called the wrong place. Yeah. Kevin Steen, Sami Zayn, ECW. I don't know about Sami Zayn, but Kevin Steen, yes. Sami Zayn lacking a little bit in comparison, but he's still good. Kevin Steen, rather, he's ready. Kevin Steen, oh, actually, is he as good as I think he was? Yeah, maybe. He's good. Not outstanding yet, but he's still good. Maybe they're about as good as each other. You guys want me to give Hogan the championship? Oh, wow. Give Hogan the world title. Okay, so this next episode of ECW is actually our ECW special. So we're going to have the world title on the line. And we're going to crown ourselves a new hardcore champion. So that should be cool. So let's go ahead and get booking on this show. Alright, so we might start off with a hype video, hyping up the Fatal 4-Way for later on. So Kane, Mark, Kofi, Christian. Then we might do Daniel Bryan versus Shelton, which we've been doing that little feud for a while, so we'll have this match. Give it some time. Shelton with the win. Shelton's been really good for us lately, so we need to keep pushing him. We've only got 4 major feuds right now. Really, we've only really got 3 major feuds right now, so we definitely need to utilize that Shelton and Bryan one. Probably both those guys will be in the Battle Royal later on at WrestleMania. Christian can cut a promo on Kane. And then we might hype up... Can we hype a championship? No, not really. We might hype up Homicide. This probably won't be very good, but we'll hype up Homicide and Tommy Dreamer. And then we'll do this hardcore match. We'll just do a straight up hardcore match. Unless ECW Rules has got better. ECW Rules has better prestige, so we'll do that. Homicide versus Tommy Dreamer for the ECW Hardcore Championship. Probably shouldn't be that long of a match because it's a hardcore. And a Wild Brawl. Yeah, Wild Brawl could be good. And we'll give... no, we don't want Homicide. We want Tommy Dreamer to win. So we're going to give Dreamer the belt. Just so... Because if you bring back the hardcore title, you got to bring it back and give it to a hardcore legend. Just to establish that again. So we'll do that. Balls Mahoney. We need to bring him back. He's going to be in ECW, obviously. Is he available to use right now? I think he might be. We can maybe bring him back for a match. Balls Mahoney. Yeah, we can use him. Balls Mahoney can have a match against Carlito and lose. he comes back and he lost. Sorry, Balls. Have some surprise entrants for the Battle Royal. I will try, yes. I definitely will try. Jeff Hardy's in TNA, and we will not be able to get Jeff Hardy ever, really, in this series. He signed a long deal with TNA. Do another hype video. Have MVP and Mark Henry cut a promo on Christian and Kofi, just to get MVP involved for the week. And let's do our big fatal 4-way match. So the championship on the line. Now the question is, do you give the belt to someone else, or do you keep the championship on Christian? What do you guys think? Title change, or Christian keeps it? Or do you save the title change for WrestleMania? Christian retain? I think so. I just don't think Kofi's championship ready yet. Christian's the best choice. That'll probably Mark Henry, honestly. Title change for Mania? Okay. I agree. So, who do we give the belt to at WrestleMania, though? Do we put it on Christian, Kofi, I should say, or do we give it to a veteran of Kane or Mark Henry? It's a tough one. So we're 1 minute overtime. Apparently we have too many matches. Well, we might cut this Balls Mahoney match out then. We need to do something instead. Worker taunts another. Yeah, we could do that. So Kane taunts Christian. So just basically everyone who's involved in the match gets a promo throughout the night. Because we kind of need that, so... Alright, we'll keep that, and that should be enough for the show. Keep it on Christian at Mania. Well, I do agree. Christian is the best option we have right now. He's been champion since July 2009, so he's had it for a long time. He's a very reliable champion, no doubt. So, all of them deserve it? Yeah, I do think all of them do deserve it. All of them are at that same level. That's the beauty that we have right now in ECW. We have 4 guys, all relatively on the same level, all doing as good as each other. So, you can go with either one and it will be okay. TNA versus WWE Survivor Series. How am I going to do that? I don't own TNA. Alright, let's do it. So, hype video 84, which is good. Bride and Benjamin, 78. That's a good match. Very good match. Benjamin 76, Bryan 62. To get a 78 between those two is really good. Christian 91, so a good promo from him. Dreamer and Homicide 69, so we bring back the hardcore title for a 69 rating. Homicide 60, Dreamer 72, so the rifle guy won. So Tommy Dreamer wins the ECW hardcore title. It is back. About time. Kane, he is cutting a promo. Same with Henry and MVP. So here's our main event. Okay, 78, not bad. So, Kane 78, that's pretty good from Kane, recently not as good. Kofi 81, Christian 81, and Henry 79. So that gives you a bit of an idea of where we're at. Kofi 81 and Christian 81 as well. So both guys on the same level, same performance. That's good news for Kofi Kingston fans, because that could mean he might be getting ready to be a championship contender, caliber superstar. 81 overall, so not bad overall. Happy with that for our ECW special, which is why we didn't really put it on pay-per-view. Well, this is interesting. We talked about it earlier on in the stream about Velvet Sky. Well, her contract is up. Contract is now available. Well, that's just throwing a spanner in the works, doesn't it? So you can now form the Beautiful People if you wanted to. Do you guys want me to do that? 0.82 rating for ECW. That's pretty good, I think. Let's have a look at some other ECW shows. 0.81, okay. 0.79. Yeah, I thought that was increasing. So that's probably our best ever ECW rating. Yeah, looks like it. So that's good. That's good news. Get Velvet Sky. All right, so we will. And then we could do the Beautiful People, and then you could have Ivory bring them in. And there you go. You don't even need Katie Lee to be involved. So I'll have to give her a few more years. So there you go. And that kind of sorts all of our issues out, doesn't it? TNA will probably keep her. Probably, but no harm in trying. FCW had their show, their events. Wade Barrett beat Justin Gabriel for the championship. Muhammad Hassan beat Darren Young. Asuka beat Emma. And Johnny Prime beat Camacho. Who's Johnny Prime? Oh, this guy. Okay. Yep. Alright, we totally know who he is. Muhammad Hassan is doing some good matches. 62. Definitely think we'll have him in the Battle Royal at WrestleMania. Love to get him up there. I'm a big fan of Muhammad Hassan. Huge fan, actually. Alright, we'll move along. Raw Smackdown. Yeah, good question. Alright, so here's some interesting things. So, Colt Cabana is now signed, so he'll go to our developmental. I think he'll be a main eventer in our developmental, to be honest. Yeah. So we plucked him from Ring of Honor because I just felt so. Let's give him a chance to see how he goes. Good charisma. We'll see how he fares. And Colt Cabana is pretty entertaining, so we'll give him a chance in FCW. Tomko, the problem solver, I think he was. Was that him? I don't know. But we've got him back. I'm probably going to send him to developmental. I just kind of want to see where Tomko's at. If there's any value in him at all. Can you get anything from him again? 33. This is probably his last chance to really see if he can do anything. He won't go to FCW to improve his skills, which is the issue. But we can take him down there just to work. Christian to move beyond ECW eventually. Yeah. I think, to be honest, if you had Christian drop the title at WrestleMania, you could probably put Christian on Raw SmackDown. And have him leave ECW. I think he's kind of done everything he needs to do in ECW. He's done his part. So you could probably have Christian move on, and that creates a lot of big matches on the other brands. So Jessie McKay's now joined up, and so is Molly Holly. So we've got Molly Holly now. She'll be on SmackDown, so we might debut her. We could probably wait after WrestleMania. Velvet Sky, TNA have offered her a deal. A lot more money for 4 years. Okay, so we're going to have to really fight TNA for this one. 5-year deal. 20% bonus. Vince is not going to let me go much higher. 6.3. Okay, she's going to consider it. Well, that's never good, is it? I think you could go never lower than a main eventer for women because the women aren't main eventers. They have women's division. They are their own separate division. So I think that's a little bit of a workaround that you can utilize to entice them to join up. So I think that's probably the best we're going to be able to do, unless you want to offer her more years. She's 28. You probably wouldn't offer her any more than 5. I guess we can give her 6. if I had my way, I'd probably give her 1 year, to be honest. But we're kind of stuck giving her a ridiculously long deal. We're stuck giving everyone a stupidly long deal. I don't like it, but Edge and Christian, a good idea. Yes, I would love to give Edge and Christian a run with the titles because they haven't had a tag title run in forever. So I'd love to do that and have that happen. You probably would have to turn Christian heel to make it happen. He's a much better heel anyways. Much better heel. So you'd probably see his match performances go up as a heel. And I'm sure he and Edge would have some killer matches. So probably not the worst idea to turn Christian and reunite the team and kind of go with that. I think that'd be cool. Katie Lee still getting the title shot at Mania? I think so. There's no one else really for Katie Lee to work, for Mickie James to work with, unless you wanted to go Lay Cool again, but we've kind of done that. The only thing is you could bring in Mickie James to do something, but sorry, not Mickie James, Trish Stratus to work with Mickie James to do something, but I don't know. I think Trish is just going to miss out. I don't know. We just haven't used her yet. I just don't know what to do with her. I mean, I wanted to bring her in for a big WrestleMania match, but do you bring her in for just a one match, or do you bring her in for a run? Don't know. That's the question. If Edge beats Jomo at Mania, you could do Edge versus Christian for IC. To be honest, I wouldn't mind Edge putting over John Morrison. I know it would be a big sacrifice for Edge, but I wouldn't mind John Morrison getting that big win. It'd be a big win for him. I think he could really use it. Give Trish a title run. We probably will one day. Trish versus Maurice. It would be not involving the championship, so I guess you could do that. If you wanted to not have the title involved. Bring in Trish for a good stint. So maybe we just bring her in for after WrestleMania and just put her in the women's division for a while. Still doing the Ivory Stable with Love and Katie. You could have Katie win, and on SmackDown Trish shows up and helps Mickie. Yeah. Morrison win, and Edge and Christian return as a tag team. Yeah. Yeah. So to do that, I guess you got to give the belt to someone at WrestleMania. Now, is it Henry or Kane, or do you make a babyface versus babyface match and have it be Kofi? Maria's contract is ending. So let's hope TNA stays away from her, because I don't want to... Even though she's not doing a lot, she's got no popularity. I still like Maria. There's still value in her somewhere. So some decisions. We got Steve Lewington. Yay. Steve Corino, he'll join. So put him as a mid-carder. Is he heel or babyface? Definitely heel. That's good. We kind of needed another hardcore heel. And Seth Rollins wants a pay rise. Well, Seth, I think you probably deserve one, so there you go. Evan Bourne still hasn't made up his mind. God, I hope he stays. That'd be so annoying if he left. Kofi for champion at WrestleMania and do Kofi vs RVD feud. Couldn't do that for a while. RVD's out for 4 months. Another multi-man match for the ECW title. Probably, you know, that probably would be the go. Turn Christian heel pairing with Tomko. I always did like the Tomko and Christian pairing. I'm a fan of that. Maybe Christian vs Kane vs Kofi in a triple threat Mania, and Kofi can win then, since he works better in multi-man matches and also gets a heel in the match. Probably what you need to do, yes. I think you could probably have Henry in there rather than Kane, because we do have a Kofi and Mark Henry MVP storyline. We also have a Kane and Christian storyline, so that's kind of irrelevant. But Kofi shouldn't win. Air Boom should be together. True. That's a good point. I forgot about that. But we could be losing Evan Bourne, so maybe Air Boom won't be a thing. I don't know. We don't want to lose Air Boom. We're just going to wrap up fix up some of our Smackdown storylines. So, WrestleMania World Title. I definitely think Katie Lee and Ricky James will be a good enough match for WrestleMania. I think they'll have a good match, so... Have they had a match against each other yet? Yeah, they had an 80 rated match on Elimination Chamber, so that's a good match, yeah. So, WrestleMania is going to be pretty stacked by the looks of it. Which should be good. You know, you want WrestleMania to be stacked. You want WrestleMania to be good. Now, what do you want to do for the Raw Women's title? I guess a triple threat. Yeah, triple threat's fine. Yeah, we can do that. What about Shelton? Can he win it? Shelton's a little bit too low. His popularity is a little bit too low at the moment. So that's WrestleMania pretty much sorted right there for both brands. Oh yeah, so let's add some names to this. So remove Hulk Hogan. Put him in this one again. So add some more names to this. So who can be in this one? Unfortunately, Legacy probably will be in it. But you could have Cody Rhodes win the Battle Royal, and then he gets a title shot against John Morrison for the IC. You could go with that. That wouldn't be a bad idea. That sets up something after WrestleMania. Considering all the other bigger names will be in the US title match, so we don't really have many good US title candidates in the match, whereas you got Cody would probably be a good pick to win it from Smackdown. So just add some more names in here. Oh, Sabu's already involved. So just some guys who are not doing anything at the moment. Throw them in this match. Yeah, give Cody a push. I don't think I'd give him the belt, but definitely would give him the opportunity. Who else can we put in? Carlito's not doing anything. Yep. Chris Masters. Yep. Put him in. You could, if you're not doing anything with Air Boom, you could probably put Evan Bourne in. We'll just have to see if Evan Bourne's going to stick around or not. I get the feeling Evan Bourne's going to leave. I really do. I'm not confident. He'd be stupid to leave. WrestleMania's around the corner, and he's just started getting his push. You know, he'd be stupid to leave, but unfortunately, they don't have brains on TEW. Matt Hardy can be in it. So Matt Hardy could be another shout, good candidate to win that Battle Royal, but he's not a heel, so you wouldn't be able to set that up. And Matt Hardy might even change brands, I think. So I'll probably put Shelton and Daniel Bryan in there, but we have to cancel that feud. But we'll leave that for now. So let's do SmackDown. A tournament title? Yeah, I probably will do that. Yes, remind me to do that probably next. Oh my god, it's happening again. It's happening. Raven has struck again. It has begun. Luckily, 5 years of this, yeah. Luckily, we haven't debuted him yet. But oh my god. You send him to rehab, he's gone for at least 3 months. That's the problem. At least this time you can send him to rehab. Now, do you send him to rehab and hope that he gets better? Or do you just stick it out? I'll find him and we'll see. But shit, man, that's really annoying. 6-man tag main event, Legacy vs. Ray, Undertaker, and John Morrison. Oh, okay, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Could do something like that, yeah. We might have Morrison and Edge. I know we don't want that one. Morrison and Edge have a confrontation. Maybe new challenger revealed. Do we have anything like that? New contender. Just put one's in the ring for his talk show. Introduces a guest, the champion. They go back and forth. That's perfect. So basically, someone's hosting it. The champ comes out, and then the new challenger appears as well, and they have a bit of a back and forth. Who can host this? Jericho? Yeah, Chris Jericho is always pretty reliable. Do you want to have Jericho even though he's involved in a big storyline? Do you want someone else doing it? Not sure there's anyone else who can. JBL could do it, I suppose. I forgot Dolph Ziggler existed. I need to put him in. I forgot we had Dolph Ziggler. He can be in the Battle Royal. Same with Drew McIntyre. Whoops. So Dolph Ziggler could be a good shout to win it as well. We had Ziggler and Morrison a couple times already, though. #1 contenders match next week in the main event with Edge winning. Yeah, we can do that. I mean, you can. We'll give Edge a big win. Maybe we'll do that now. Matt Hardy versus Edge. Oh, jeez, that's opening up an old can of worms there. John Morrison is a face. And we've got, just trying to remember. Oh yeah, Katie Lee can cut a promo on Mickie James. Alright, see how you go with that with the script in hand. We'll have Katie Lee team up with someone. Mickie James can put Gal Kim there, give her a chance. And she can team up with... Do we have anyone? Wow, holy shit, do we only have three heels? Wow. I'll actually put Molly Holly in there. Oh no, we weren't going to debut her, were we? Not yet. Gal Kim. Oh god, we have to put her with Layla, I guess. This is where we need Angelina. And Katie Lee can beat Gal Kim. So we do need, just so we remember, we'll turn Angelina heel. Change her gimmick later, but we'll change, just so we remember. What else we got? Jimmy Wang Yang can have a match against Paul Burchill. Yes, Paul Burchill will get a little bit of a mini push, and Paul Burchill can cut a promo. He can challenge Hulk Hogan. Calling out Hulk Hogan. If he's going to be at WrestleMania, I'm going to be there too. Let's do it. Talking some trash about Hogan. And one of this 6-man tag, I mean, We can do it. I don't really want Undertaker wrestling too much, but Randy. Actually, I don't want Undertaker wrestling against Randy Orton until WrestleMania. So what we might do is we have Legacy versus, or we could just do a one-on-one match. Oh, we'll do. We'll do the Undertaker and Ray can team up, take on Legacy. Give Rey Mysterio something. He hasn't had much lately. Give Taker the win. But it won't be all rainbows for Rey Mysterio because after the match, Batista's going to come out and beat the shit out of him. There we go. Cut some time on this match, and we cut 1 more minute. Cut a minute off this promo. Handicap Legacy versus Taker. Maybe we do that later. Cody versus Taker next week, and then yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to do Cody and Taker 1 week, and then afterwards Cody and Ted. Yeah, and that would give those two guys a bit of a bit of a rub. All right, so let's do it. So 98 for the talk show segment where Edge just basically announces, puts his hand, basically says, "I want the IC title," and we set up that between Morrison and Edge. Matt Hardy and Edge one-on-one, 79. Lack of psychology on display. They have great chemistry. Matt Hardy's problem is he's not suited to his gimmick. We've got to change that gimmick, but we haven't done it yet. Katie Lee promo. Pretty good from Katie Lee. And a good match, 74. Layla 59, Katie Lee 69, Gail Kim 56, Mickie James 77. Layla sustained a bruised buttocks. Okay. So she will be hurt for a little bit. Gail Kim got some backstage heat because she basically hurt Layla. Well, that's not good. Burchill and Wang 62. That's actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And then Paul Burchill's promo 61. Now, if I had have changed that and put Hulk Hogan in that promo a little bit better, that would have done a lot better. So maybe next week we'll do that. Main event, not great. Just the 81 between Legacy and Taker and Mysterio. So Ted 74, Cody 77, Ray 86, Taker 96. So only 81. I guess not enough storyline heat, I suppose. Batista attacking Ray afterwards, 93. So there you go. 84. You'd think that main event would be a little bit better. But, have Burchill keep calling out Hogan. I will, trust me. He's going to call him out every week, and Hogan's not even going to pretend that he exists. 27.58 rating. Don't really pay attention to the ratings at this point because the ratings are always going to be good. Burchill should do what The Miz did when Cena was injured, call him out and declare himself the winner by forfeit. Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah, I don't mind that. Layla, she's out for just 6 days, so she'll be okay. Alright, so we're probably going to get ready to wrap things up in a minute. But we'll advance a couple more days. We'll see if any of our wrestlers will sign with us or are leaving to go to TNA, and we'll wrap things up. Please make a Battle Royal a tournament title. Yes, I'm aware. I will be doing that. Alright, so we're keeping Ted. That's good news. So Ted's staying with us. And, oh my fucking god. Evan Bourne is going to TNA. You son of a bitch, Evan. You really did that to me, Evan. Really? I just started giving you the push. Yes, it hasn't been great for you so far, but you are now letting me down. You son of a bitch, Evan. Fuck. Yes, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Airboom, before it even starts. I guess good news, Nigel Mcginnises' contract is up. I don't even really want Nigel McGuinness, but I feel like throwing the checkbook at him just to piss TNA off. I should probably appreciate Nigel McGuinness more. I don't know, for whatever reason I haven't really appreciated him. Maybe they'll get him to 77. Yeah, that's right. Evan Bourne was about to get a push to make sure he gets to 77 popularity within the year. So, there you go. Fuck. What an idiot. What an idiot. He's going to get an upper mid-card championship probably at some point. Alright, I'm going to offer Nigel McGuinness a contract. See if he'll come to me, because stuff TNA, they screwed me over, so I'm going to try and take someone from them. Goose Mahoney wants to leave. Same with Norman Smiley. Or why have they got developmental contracts? He's not even wrestling, is he? He's a road agent. Work down there. And Goose Mahoney, he's a referee, so you can just work down there. Can we just bury him? Yeah, oh, he'll be getting buried. Our good friend Daniel Bryan will get a couple wins. Low-key might get a win. Yeah, so this owner goal, can forget about that one. Yeah, you know, screw you, Evan Bourne. Have Loki and Homicide just ruin him. Oh, I will. Oh, we didn't get Velvet Sky either. Fuck. Ah, TNA! God, what's so good about TNA? Why does everyone want to stay there? It's a sinking ship, eventually. And now they're offering Nigel McGuinness a contract he can't refuse. Far out, man. TNA are really giving us a run for our money, I tell you what. Keeping it interesting anyways. Sacrificing the low-key Homicide, Bryan and Rollins. Yeah. Katie Lee's push is back on track. Yeah, we're going to have to go with Angelina, huh? We'll have to go plan B. Katie Lee was always going to keep getting the push, but yeah, we were going to do that women's thing as well. I guess we'll make it official. Katie Lee and oh, they're already out tag team, aren't they? So Katie Lee and Angelina can stay together. And what are they called? Lovely. Yeah, that'll do. So we'll keep this team together, and we'll give Ivory there as the manager. Let's hope, fingers crossed, they've got chemistry. Fingers crossed. And yeah, so we'll debut her after WrestleMania. Or at WrestleMania. Yeah. Maybe at WrestleMania, and we'll give her the belt. Katie Lee can get the belt. Just make most of you guys loyal to WWE. But they aren't, though. Evan Bourne's not loyal to WWE. He left, like he got fired, and ends up going to TNA anyway. So it's realistic. He's not loyal. At least we kept Ted Dibiase. That was good. I'm happy about that. Happy we kept him. And Evan Bourne, I personally don't rate him that highly, but certainly with Air Boom, I think that would have been a fun tag team. So that's disappointing to lose that. But whatever, he's leaving. Get Evan injured? Oh man, that would be spiteful, wouldn't it? Now, the TNA's pissing me off. Let's try and do something, another dirty trick. So what did we do last time? The sponsor snipe. Let's plan a story on them. Yep. So let's do another dirty trick. So we've got two more episodes of Raw, SmackDown, ECW, and then we're at WrestleMania by the looks of it. Actually, no, 3 more. Sorry. So week 2, week 3, week 4. Okay, so we're not too far away. So we're going to wrap up the stream here, guys. It's getting pretty late. So I thank you all for coming along and joining us for the stream. We might do another stream same time tomorrow if I can. So keep an eye out for that, and we'll probably do another one. I do have another TNA playthrough episode that'll come out in the morning for you guys. So keep an eye out for that one as well. If you enjoyed it, leave a like on it as well. And next time we're gonna kill it. We're gonna try and make sure WrestleMania is epic because I'm sick of TNA. I want to, rub it against them that we're better than TNA. So we're in a fight, man. We are in a fight. So I hope to see all of you guys again here tomorrow. Thank you for watching. And the video will be available to watch. Takes a few hours for it to come up, so probably tomorrow this video will be up. So thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow.